How are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm good.
You're good?
You are back from hospital jail.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, is it even worth talking about?
I always it's so weird that I always expect something notable to happen. You're always like, yeah, it was great.
This was another one where I didn't even take medicine. They're just trying out like a new like type of inhaler. So I just like puffed the inhaler for like 3 days, and then like basically I had like 3 days where I puffed the inhaler, and then I needed to have 3 days where I wasn't doing anything. So it was just like I had medicine days, took my blood, took my vitals, and then I just had like 3 days where I didn't have to do anything.
That's
and
not bad.
No, it was great.
One of these days you'll just stop texting us. We'll just never we'll Google you and you'll be scrubbed.
Totally gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's great. That's more that. You know what? If I was in a medical study that fucked up so bad that they scrubbed me from the internet, I'm like, great. I won't die disgraced like I was going to.
Yeah, you're right. If you gave me the option of a fresh start online and all I have to do is die, that's a tempting bargain.
You would that's a twofer. That's a BOGO.
It truly is.
Yeah. But no, it was fine, in and out. Now I've got 10 figures in the bank, so
Nice.
it's that easy, people. It's literally that easy.
All you have to do is really roll the dice.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure that something is happening to me, but I don't even know if I'm even going to get old enough to see the the eventual effects, which is fine with me. I will tell you what I did.
It'd be funny if you signed up and you're like, yeah, I got the vaccine, and at hospitals they're like, the vaccine, ooh, we don't fuck with that shit.
Well, it was nice because I always have a little bit of a cough. So in the morning I coughed a little bit, and my roommate was like this. My roommate was this is a bonus episode. I can talk about.
Yeah.
Because all the nurses, by
the way, I feel like eventually, I don't know. I got startled because I opened my podcast app and it said search by the audio, and I'm like, what?
What do you mean?
Apparently, there's this new feature where when you search on iTunes,
it transcribes it.
Yeah, it's transcribe the episodes, and it tries to categorize them by topic. So I'm just like, well, that's not good.
I mean,
that can't be good.
At this point, we just have to soldier. I think we both know that it doesn't matter either way at this point.
Yeah.
I don't think
the goal is just to not get canceled hard enough that I won't be able to get a regular job either.
Yeah, that's a good point. Mm-hmm. I'm never gonna get a regular job. I'm just gonna keep going back to hospital jail. And they all okay. So the thing that is wild this time is that everybody there, a bunch of because I guess a lot of the people there are comedy fans. Some of the nurses, Tony, this one super cool nurse. He's he's a fan of Legion of Skanks and Shane. And so I guess they saw the Matt and Shane that I did, because one by one at some point every nurse, which was 10 nurses in total, they're all like, oh, you do. And one of them is this woman Mari, who's a 40-year-old Japanese woman with a thick accent. She goes, yeah, you do your podcast, right? And I was like, yes, Mari, I have a podcast. She goes, yeah, I think I've seen one of your shows. And I was like, no, you have not, Mari. I just know that the whole hospital jail staff, every time I come there, they're just like, oh, that's the kid that talked shit about this whole operation on Matt and Shane.
Dude, it is crazy. Because you forget. I always assume anytime I do anything, I'm like, well, it's just gonna be incel guys who listen to this.
No,
100%. But I forget what the reach is. The way that my old job found out that I did comedy was one of my coworkers' 60-year-old husband was just watching Kill Tony he apparently does every Monday on YouTube.
Yeah, everybody does.
Just this 60-year-old Mexican dude just hey, isn't that guy from The Picnic?
And you're hard to miss, dude. People recognize you from the way that you walk out. I know exactly who that is.
Mm-hmm. You could play Who's That Pokemon with me on stage.
Yes.
People be like, oh, 100%. That one's a freebie.
Yeah, you're one of the most. I think Rainey described you to Robbie as he said you were a real life cartoon character. You're one of the most noticeable human beings on earth.
I'm just gonna fly with that because I don't know. For some reason, recently I've been feeling very positive about how I look. I've been looking in the mirror and I see a fat guy.
Oh no.
I see a fat guy, but I'm like, I look sick.
Dude, this is my girlfriend just sent me this thing. I don't know if it's from Tumblr or what. She sent me this thing this morning. I sent it in the Discord, and it's somebody. And the question, it's on like Quora or something, and it was categorized in unanswered. Like nobody wanted to touch this.
I love like Quora. Like as far as I'm concerned, the only person answering questions on there is Jordan Peterson.
That's right. Well, he needs to talk to this fucking person because this person said, "Is there a such thing as reverse body dysmorphia?" Because they were like, for example, like when I look in the mirror, I think that I'm skinny and fit, even though I know I am medically obese. And
Here's the difference. There is I look in the mirror and I see a medically obese person.
Oh, okay.
That person's seeing like a skinny, hot thing. I'm just looking in the mirror, seeing that I look like shit, and then I'm like, awesome.
I committed to it.
This is great.
I mean, this is not new territory for you at all. This is, in many ways, this is a grand homecoming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that your fat body is like, Brendan, welcome back. Yeah. We've waited for you.
Yeah. Me getting fat is like The Shining, where I'm just like, well, you've always been here. Except the black and white photo is just me like
it's you naked on a couch. You're at a party in your 20s, just like vomit like caked on your chest, totally naked.
Yeah. Dude, that is what my Shining would be. That I would just ruin the eternal party.
Yeah, all the ghosts would like kick you out.
Yeah, they'd be like, he always gets his dick out.
Yeah, this is horrible.
I know it's the 20s, but like still that's rude even then.
Yeah, you would
Yeah.
it would be funny.
Women can't even vote, and that's fucked up.
It would be funny, like you're in The Shining and the ghosts are hiding from you. Like the blowjob bear is like, shh, be quiet. I can hear him fatly waddling around the halls. like the rotting old woman in the tub doesn't want to fuck you.
Yeah. Because they know that I'm just gonna like corner them with like a drunk, horrible conversation.
That would be awesome to scare the ghosts in The Shining, Brendan. Yeah, like your wife and child are like fleeing the hotel, and the ghosts are like, "Can we come with you? Can they, like, can we live with you guys in Ohio?"
Yeah, they got, and the bear is already on the jet ski.
Damn, that rocks. Yeah, wow, that's that. You know what? But I'm glad you're living your best life, dude. I'm glad that you know what? You're expanding. You're growing hair.
Yeah.
That's great stuff.
The goal is for my body to expand at the same rate as the Patreon.
Okay. That's very. Be careful. Because ideally, be careful. I can't have you airlifted into the podcast every week. And also, like,
That would be sick to go into my Orson Welles phase,
Yes.
like just so early.
Well, yeah, that should be a Patreon goal. Is like at $50,000, Brendan
We'll gain 50 pounds.
Brendan will get on my 600-pound life. We'll have a medical professional come on and measure him.
I would be willing to tie my weight directly to the earnings.
No, that would be bad because the problem is if we started making too much money, I would have to be like, guys, stop donating to the Patreon because we'll only have 3 months of the podcast left if you guys don't stop. I'm not a greedy man. I don't need this money.
Yeah.
You know.
I'll bring this up with my college algebra class and figure out a formula that we can use.
That's funny. Yeah, man. It's funny because I ate so good. Like you have to eat good when you're in hospital jail. And the whole time you're in there,
I assume. I mean, I have no idea.
well, it's like you're in a hospital. They're portioning it. You have to. It's like you're eating like pears and vegetables and shit, and like protein and rice.
Yeah, you're eating like you're like in the army or something.
You're eating like and your body gets acclimated to it. So like the whole time I'm in there, I'm just like, like the minute I get out of here, I can't wait. I'm gonna go get like a gross burger. I'm gonna do something like this. But I've just been eating like rice rice and chicken and like greens for the past like 12 days or whatever. So like today I went and I got like fried chicken immediately when I was like out of hospital jail. And my body was just like, I threw up in a public park. My body was like, fuck you. Like, we are not ready. Oh, yeah, dude, I got fried chicken.
Yeah.
It was like,
Puking in public is rough. Anytime I've witnessed that,
well, especially because it was like they were all. It was just nothing but children at the park. So like, and also,
yeah, it's for them.
That's what a park is for. And so. Like, I walked to this fried chicken place from the hospital. I didn't even Uber there. I was like, I'm gonna like take the sun in, get some fried chicken. This place also did a fish sandwich. I was feeling. I got way more food than I needed. I had like 2 tenders, ate half the fish sandwich, and then just like lost every. I just like like threw it right back up, like in front of like kids on swings and stuff.
You're just Eric Andreing around the park.
Yeah, pretty much. I was so embarrassed. I had to like throw it. A homeless guy like watched me throw the rest of the food away. It was not good. I've been making really bad food choices, but I'm gonna try to ease back into eating like shit.
Yeah, I should probably turn it around just because like my girlfriend made a comment that and she did this lovingly, but it did very much hurt my feelings. She was like, do you want to go to the mall this weekend? And I'm like, okay, I mean, I don't really need anything. Do you need anything? She's like, no, I just thought it'd be good to like walk around. And I'm like, what's going on? And it turns out that because we're going to Disney with my mom next week, she thought that I would need like practice walks to like build my stamina enough up to go to Disney.
So you have to mall walking. That's for people in like their 60s, dude. Yeah. So it's just you and like 60-year-old ladies like shuffling.
I refuse to go.
Yeah, you don't need to do. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I was like, look, I told you I'd join a gym. I'm excited to do that.
Right.
That's completely voluntary. You're not twisting my arm or anything. But that did hurt my feelings very much, and I just need to game today now.
That's rough when she thinks you have to train to go to Disney.
Something that like morbidly obese retarded people do.
I know. We got to get you in one of those scooters. You know what, Brendan? Don't listen to her.
Yeah.
You tell her.
I just go and I look around. I'm like, where's the Wall-E part?
Yeah.
I know you got Star Wars Land. You must have Wall-E Land, and I just want to chill.
Fuck. You need to tell her. You're like, babe, you know what? This is my new lifestyle. I'm a rascal guy, and you either love the rascal or you leave. And I know that's a dicey ultimatum because it could go the way you don't want, but you have to have the balls to tell her to accept the scooter or get the hell out.
I'm gonna be like, I don't know if this changes things, but it's a nice rascal. It is souped up.
Honey, you can ride on the back.
It is the Fast and Furious of rascals.
If you put a NOS canister on your rascal, I think that it's cooler than being strong.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure that's how that works. If your rascal, if you put like LEDs under it, like if you Tokyo drift your fucking rascal out, dude. What do you need muscles for?
Absolutely no reason.
Yeah. But we got to get you a bionic body. Imagine how good that would be. If you were in a robot body.
That wouldn't be so bad.
I think that's like what you're supposed to be, honestly. You're just like unconcerned with your physical form, just taking in information. You're able to play like 5 games at once.
Yeah. Well, I want like an exosuit.
Yep.
But I'm still fat inside.
Definitely. Definitely. But it's like
I'm lifting like 1,000 pounds. But
yeah, you're in the thing from Aliens, basically, like that fucking with the fucking claws or whatever.
Yeah.
But you're just buying treats.
I'm just
Yeah, it's gonna be so fat where it's like, yeah, people look at you, they're like, oh, so is that suit like part of you? And you're like, no, I got too fat to get out. I thought it was like a Doc Ock type thing. Like, no, I just kept having Hostess cupcakes.
No, have you ever seen like a tree grow around like a sign?
Yes, in my neighborhood, yeah.
Yeah. That's what this is.
That's you. You're just, wow, dude, life finds a way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Brendan, that is exactly what I want. I want you to get a rascal scooter, and then I want you to become fused to it. I want a perfect merge of man and machine. We all want that. You
Yeah.
guys want that?
Just the shittiest Darth Vader.
Yes. Your son has to kill you because he's so ashamed.
I'm Darth Vader, but I just use the Force choke to like jerk off because I can't reach my dick, so I'm just choking my dick with the Force.
I think that's I think that's right. I think that if you like forego your physical body, you'll just like develop incredible psychokinesis. And this is what your girlfriend has to understand, okay?
Yeah.
It looks bad now, but in the long run, honey, I will be able to I'll be building worlds out of sand for you.
I'll be more powerful than I'm gonna Dr. Manhattan out by just getting fat. Now all the steps now I have the beginning and the end. All the steps in between I have not thought through how one necessarily leads to the other.
You're like, get fat, something, Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
The something,
Yeah. But that will come later.
Yeah.
Look, God speaks to me in my dreams.
Yeah, you're like, look, honey.
I should start telling women that God speaks to me in my dreams. I think they would like that.
Yeah, like, why is this going on? And you're like, well, you see,
Yeah.
I've been communing with Yahweh.
Yeah. 'Cause, most prophets, I'd imagine, are hot. So I'd be really breaking barriers.
Yeah, I guess they were probably hot.
Jesus had to be handsome, I bet.
You think? Where does it say that Jesus is handsome?
It doesn't, but I mean, he's...
we paint him handsome.
Yeah, we paint him handsome, but...
I used to have this ridiculous
Are you calling Christ an uggo?
No, I'm just saying, I don't know how you would compare. I mean, look, dude, think about current standards of beauty and how sinful they are, right? Like, is he your idea of handsome?
Yeah.
I used to have this.
I know, well, Muhammad got laid with all those children, so he must have been hot.
Yeah, I think Muhammad was hot. That's why they tell you not to draw him.
Yeah, because people will get too horny.
Everybody's gonna get horny for Muhammad, which was apparently, which I hear was a huge problem when Muhammad was around. Yeah, I think he died. That's how he died, right? He died of getting too much pussy all at once.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. This is the Patreon, right? You gotta be careful. I just remembered. You gotta be careful with Muhammad, dude.
Yeah.
I forgot how serious Muhammad is.
The Middle East is lighting up, so we don't want to.
They'll be fine. I don't think the people who believe in Muhammad are unfortunately not, I don't even actually. I'm sorry. Yeah, Palestinians are Muslim. Yeah, I'm so stupid. Yeah, no, I think I don't think we have to worry about a Palestinian threat. Unfortunately, my heart goes out to you guys.
Yeah, unfortunately, we were using the Patreon money to build a new studio, and it was located in that
in Gaza,
in that Al Jazeera building that was leveled. So.
Yeah, how funny is that? How funny is that like the Israeli military is like, we're just acting in self-defense. Also, we're going to blow up the only media high-rise in Gaza. And they called them too. They said they literally called the owners. They were like, we're going to blow up your building, right?
Yeah.
It was like, you are?
It is funny to say, like, look, that you're toast.
Yeah.
It is funny. They called them. They were like, look, get the people out, but do not take the equipment with you. Like, how are they going to enforce that? Some guy leaves with a pen and they just shoot his kneecap.
Yeah, Israel is fucking wild right now. I mean, look, what can you do? I guess it belongs to them. I guess they call dibs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What can you say?
Who's to say, really?
It's here's the thing, Brendan. It's a very complicated issue, and there's no way to know what's going on. If you look at a video of Palestinian children being blown up with grenades, who can even say what's going on there? You know what I mean? Yeah, you have to be a doctor. You have to have a doctorate, a PhD, to figure out what's going on. Anyway, sorry.
It's very tough.
Sorry. I always whenever there's world events, I always get fired up because I just like spend my day just like literally.
But normally you have like a contrarian take to it.
Why? Because of the Azerbaijan and Armenian thing?
Yeah, I feel like normally you have like a take that upsets people.
The pro-Armenian take wasn't upsetting. The Azerbaijanis were like cutting their heads off just for being Christian.
I didn't follow that.
Yeah, I know. Well, no. I mean, I don't try to be. I think like the times I got fired up, I got fired up over like the Belarus election because that was like just wild election fraud and people were flipping out and then like the police were killing people. And the other thing is like, it's just because I will spend 9 hours consuming videos of like brown children getting shot in the face where I'm like, okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this makes sense now. You're just live leaking yourself.
Live Leak is gone. So I have to watch. They shut down Live Leak.
What?
Yeah, Live Leak's gone.
When?
I think it like just happened like this past week.
We should have put We should have used that instead of YouTube.
You're right. We
should have given them some business.
I think it was. I don't know if it was like something to do with like the Biden administration as to why it's gone. There was like some sweeping thing that was enacted that got rid of LiveLeak.
Damn. Yeah, LiveLeak. It was such a beautiful like. It's like explaining to people what it's for is so awesome because it's like it's for videos that like YouTube would ban. It's like, oh, so like porn? It's like, no, not porn.
Not porn.
None of it's pornography.
It's more like have you ever wondered what it looks like if a man were to get sucked into a printing press at 3 a.m.? Mm-hmm. Well, here's the LiveLeak.
Yeah. Which, I mean, we've all seen Charlie Chaplin. Sounds funny. Real life, not so much.
Here's the thing. The one I'm thinking of is funny. Jim Gish and I used to watch it, and we would watch this guy get deboned. I mean, he literally gets turned into a boneless nugget. And Tim would just go, woo! He would be unable to control himself.
I missed him.
We would watch this. We would watch this one where this dude, he was working on like a gas line at a gas station and it explodes, and so of course he gets shot sky high. It just explodes and he's gone, and then his body hits the ground like 40 seconds later. So we would watch it, and when he would get shot into the air, he would do the goofy noise. We would go,
damn, that dude got blasted off like Team Rocket.
Yeah, except he didn't turn into a... It was like Smash Bros, basically.
Yeah.
You turn into a twinkle.
Yeah, he's trying to get back down on the map.
He's hitting up and B. Well, so the thing, LiveLeak tried to rebrand. I don't know if you went on LiveLeak in like the past couple years, but they tried to start hiding like the decapitation videos and being like, no, we're just a viral video site. Because like on the front page, it would be mainly because they'd have ratings, like not safe for work, but then like G and PG. And like in the last 2 years when you went on LiveLeak, like I would go on the LiveLeak homepage and it's like, what? It's like a dog rescuing ducks. What the fuck is this? What's going on?
Yeah.
But you got to dig deep to get the real shit.
I would love to have been in the meeting where they brought in whatever like PR person. It was like, all right, so I'm an image consultant. All right, what are we working with? And they're like, all right, so here's our product. And they're just like, what?
Yeah, the guy's like, look, all right, I'm not saying get rid of the motorcycle accidents. I'm not saying they have to be gone. I'm just saying let's cushion them. let's show people, let's show people kittens before we show them human lasagna on the highway. Yeah, dude. Honestly, like if we had done, when I found out LiveLeak went down, I was ready to join the Palestinians. I was ready to like take up arms. I was ready to just go totally wild out.
Damn, the internet really is like completely gone, like what it used to be.
Yeah,
completely.
There's no. I mean, unless you download Tor, get on the dork web. But then it's like you get old internet, but it's also like, do you want to hire a hitman to kill your mom?
And you say no, but then eventually you're like, I mean, that's a good price.
That's an insane price. You look at
I'd be losing money.
You're like, wow, that's not. I imagine so much more, but apparently, yeah, these guys are living like paycheck to paycheck. They're like, I'll do it for $1,500. I need to make rent this month. I want to get back on the dark.
See, I'd be afraid that the hitman would be another like 4chan guy. You'd just be like a fat guy in like Matrix sunglasses.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. Well, that's like apparently like the people, like if you look at like the like when they would have those like Soldiers of Fortune conventions, like people who were like, like hired guns, trained mercenaries, because there was like Soldier of Fortune magazine.
Yeah.
And I think it would have these conventions. And a lot of the people, like if you look at pictures of them, you're like, these guys are hired killers. They're like, they look like fucking losers. They're like fat. They have fucking beards. It's really weird. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, like if I was going to kill myself, why not be a mercenary? Just go out that way.
Oh.
All right, that sounds like a pretty sick death.
You mean you be a mercenary?
Yeah.
I thought you meant hire
hire a hitman to kill
you.
me, and then I, Mr. and Mrs. Smith him.
What do you mean you Mr. and Mrs. Smith him? Like, oh, like you try to kill him?
Isn't that the plot of...
Oh,
wait, no, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, that sounds like I'm going to fuck him.
You're going to get married to him? You're like...
What a twist, that, and I find a reason to live.
Yeah. Yeah, you kiss him on the mouth, you're like, I told you that the assignment was me. You know what I mean? No, I think they're like assigned to kill each other in that. I don't think it's like a trick.
Okay.
That would be insane. That you're so horny for pussy that you hire a woman to kill you. Like, you're like, please, 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 please.
Yeah.
Just let me.
Do they? I mean, I mean, obviously they don't have headshots. What am I talking about? But like, it would be funny. Like, you're hiring an assassin. You're like, all right, who's the most like Electra? I want to be killed with a sigh.
You're like, please let me you can kill me, I swear to God, just let me eat your pussy first. And she's like, get a whore. She's like, be so
those
much
are
less money.
those are one page over.
Yeah, we need that's the next great movie is The Whore Who Kills. You know what I mean? Like, she's a mercenary by day, a call girl by night.
Well, didn't they make that movie? What is it called? Promising Young Woman?
That's true.
James Bond. Did.
James.
The whore.
The
who
whore,
killed.
the whore who killed me.
Woo!
There you go.
Paywall, baby.
The Whore Who Killed Me. An Ian Fleming classic. Yeah, fuck me, dude. I do have to like readjust to like life outside. I am very overwhelmed by not being in like the same room every day.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's always weird.
Just imagine after we get out of prison.
It does feel like I'm like prepping. Like, seriously, it feels like Training Wheels Prison. I feel like I remember, like, I would love to know. I would be so interested to see how you would come out of one.
Out of hospital jail?
Yeah, like, I wonder if you would.
Well, I would die immediately from whatever pill they gave me.
That's true. Yeah, you get the placebo, but
Yeah.
like what happened was like you just naturally expired.
Yeah, they give me the placebo and I just go, ugh. I fall over and die like the old guy in The Sopranos in the car. I just like have a stroke and die. And they're like, we gave him the placebo.
Yeah. Yeah, because I always have to tell you about like people who had like weird effects in like the previous trials. They'd be like, yeah, there was a guy who died, but we think it was just like his time, weirdly. It's never happened before.
Yeah. Well, there was a guy who died and everybody starts getting their coats. They're like, no, wait. And then they put my picture on like the overhead projector and everybody's like, all right.
Oh,
they
yeah,
stay.
yeah, that
yeah,
checks out,
okay.
that
All right, everyone stays.
Yeah, I'll take the shots in my back. Yeah, I wonder if you would like, because like you do get into this weird thing where you're like, this is my life. I don't have to, like, I stay in this building. They bring me my meals. I watch my little movies. And then like at first time goes really slow. And then like days are passing and you're like, I don't even understand like what like the day night cycle is.
Yeah, I think if I had a Switch, I think I'd be okay.
If you had a
Switch,
yes.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, watching movies kept my dude. If I don't know how people did this shit in like the 70s, you know, like when the medicine was worse and also like you're just in there with your thoughts. And you're making like, that was back when they paid you like $200.
Mm-hmm. $200, then you get out and you go buy a VW.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I feel like if I could time travel, I would just like buy a bunch of supplies. I would like buy a bunch of supplies and then just like take them back with me in the time machine. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like I would go back with like $500. I wish I could like take a house back with me. Although I guess I could like buy it in the 70s and have it like deeded to me or something.
Yeah.
That's all I would do with time travel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Last night, I watched for the first time Back to the Future, which is a shocking film.
Oh, you didn't love it?
Absolutely wretched.
It wasn't your favorite movie?
No,
you didn't like it very much?
No, it was a fetish piece. It's clearly a fetish film.
That's like every fucking big movie in the 80s is like a director's dark perversion committed to 35 millimeter.
Yeah, so that we can then play it for kids.
Yeah, how insane is it that that's a kids movie, dude? It's a fucking weird one.
Yeah. And I just had so many thoughts, but I mean, I'm sure it's the kind of thing that like every take on it has been done. But I was just laughing of like just how absurd it's like, all right, here's the plan. I'm going to rape my mother.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, and that's plan B? Like, what's plan A? It's like, no, I'm going to... I was just imagining like the Family Guy, like you know, like on Family Guy where he's watching TV and it's like, and now Back to the Future, and then I just imagine it's Marty just like fully fucking his mother in the car, like George doesn't even intervene.
Yeah, it's so weird that Marty's mom tries to take his pants off and fuck him.
Yeah. It's such a like the pitch of that scene is so crazy because it's like, all right, so. His plan is he's going to rape his mother so that she won't like it. But here's the twist of the scene. She wants it. And then they just stood up and they're just like...
Yeah. I would love to think that there was one guy with notes just like, excuse me, I just want to know really quick, why does she love it? And Robert Zemeckis is like, well, because she senses that he's her son, you see. And the guy's like, okay, I just wanted to... you're right. Great movie. Here's a blank check for this fucking movie.
Yeah. Can you go invent CGI so that we can...
Yeah, it is such a. It's also like I used to do a stupid bit about this, but like it is my favorite trope where it's like I think he gets a milkshake on like Biff's shirt or something. Like there's like a very minor transgression against the bully, and then it's like Stephen King logic where the bully's like, okay, now I'm gonna kill him with my car. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm going to kill him with my car and rape the girl that I see him with.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like, where are the chaperones? Someone's just committing rape in like broad daylight. Still, it's like the sun hasn't even gone down. There's a woman screaming.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's insane. It's what the fuck is that movie, dude? Kids movies. Every PG-13 movie in the like when the rating was new is fucking insane. Like that movie, Gremlins, Indiana Jones 2. People were taking their kids to see this shit, you know?
Yeah, and the thing is, there's nothing, like, if they just didn't, there's like, no swearing, barely any violence. Like, if they just didn't have, like, the central plot hinging on, like, a rape scheme.
The incest. Yeah, because, like, and you know what's so funny? It's so easily... doesn't have to be. He just has to, like, his mom has to be not interested in his dad and he has to get them back together. Like, nowhere in that does his mom have to want to fuck him.
I would love to remake it where just like Marty's like driving away from the Libyans, he goes back in time and he crashes into the barn or whatever, and he gets out and he's like, all right, time to go fuck my mom.
Dude, how awesome would it be if he did fuck and come at his mom and then he just immediately turned Down syndrome? He just fucked his own genes up. He's like, oh no.
He just has a head, like a foot on his head.
He's so fucked up. One of his eyes just slides down the side of his face. He looks like fucking Sloth.
Yeah. He's fucking his mom, and then he stops and he pulls out the picture of his siblings, and then he tributes it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucked up. I always forget about the part where like his siblings, he's like watching his siblings like die, like disappear from reality. Terrifying. Yeah, and then his hand starts disappearing. Yeah, dude, that's a fucking weird movie.
It should have been his dick.
It should have been his cock.
It should have been his dick first. He's fucking his mom, and he looks down. He has no dick. He's like, oh no.
Now what am I gonna do?
I love like Stephen King style bullies. It's so funny.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say it's so funny. Like his dick disappears. He's like, I'm fucked, and that's when Doc's just like, Marty, I've saved some of your cum, Marty. And he's like, Doc, when did you get that? He's like, don't worry about that.
It's like you're dripping out of his mouth. He's like, Marty, I have one vial of your cum, Marty. And he's like, what's that second empty vial next to it? Don't worry about it, Marty.
He spits it in his mom's pussy and it makes a plang sound. Yeah, Marty, you've got to come inside your mom exactly at midnight. Then you'll both be struck by lightning, and I think something good will happen. I don't know, but it's very delicate. We have to.
What? No, the like Zoomer remake of the movie would just be he winds up fucking his dad and his mom, and they like fall in love, all three of them.
He's like, I'm staying in the 50s.
I'm not going he's like his mom are like, do you want to have a threesome? And then he smash cut him throwing a Molotov through the DeLorean.
He's like, I found my family after all. That's a great movie.
It's a good film.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah. I've decided to stay here.
Every movie, and then all the sequels are just him. All this, they just keep going back in time and expanding their polycule with their ancestors until he's just basically running a cult of brothers and sisters in the 1800s.
Yeah. Eventually, just he's gang raping Adam.
Yeah. Yeah, he's teaching Adam and like the Neanderthal cavemen how to suck his dick, and they all look like him. They're all fucking the monoliths from 2001.
He's fucking Adam, and then he looks, and it's like one of those old-timey photos of like, you know, like everybody who works on this ship. like it's like 1,000 people in the photo. He's like, oh
no. Oh my fucking God. Wow. Yeah, we should have been in that writer's room, dude. Robert Zemeckis is an idiot.
Total fucking dunce.
My problem at the beginning of this, my problem with the movie is that it was too gross, and now I realize it wasn't gross enough.
Yeah, it was right in the middle. It needed to be further along the horseshoe.
That's what I'm saying, dude. God damn. I can't believe that movie doesn't exist. Here's the problem. I liked what I just like that riff so much that I'm going to start. I do this all the time where I will remember that as like actually being in a movie, and at some point I'll just like say it to somebody. Because I'm so stupid.
Having a podcast is so bad for you.
I know. It's really bad.
It's no good, I tell you.
Oh fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm basking in that. I'm trying to move on. I have to think about what. I got to figure out what I'm gonna order for fucking dinner tonight.
Let's talk it out on mic.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to. Brendan, we do a little thing here.
Yeah. What? No, we have a new segment on Coward Hour. It's called "What's for Dinner."
It's just a seamless transition. I might have a relevant anecdote related to the thing I just said. I hate to pull the curtain back for everybody. Do you know what I ordered? Have you had that? You know on Uber, you know like how Chuck E. Cheese like on Uber Eats they fucking they list themselves as Pasquale's Pizza and wings. Yeah. Have you had it?
No, but I have. It's fine.
Dude, not the one I had.
No?
I can't believe I didn't talk about this on here yet. Before I went into hospital jail, I had such a bad day at work that I was on Uber Eats and I was like, and I saw the Pasquale's. I mean, I ordered it. It came from like Compton. Yeah, like I ordered it from far away.
They mailed it to you.
I think I paid like fucking $20 in delivery fees or something. But and
Why would you do this?
dude, because I was so sad. I was like, I just want to feel like I'm at Chuck E. Cheese's.
Okay.
Like a fucking psycho.
I understand now.
You know, the pizza that you didn't even like when you were a kid. But
The pizza that I can't remember.
well, I really zeroed. I remembered it. I thought like I remembered the sauce as being kind of sweet or something. Mm-hmm. And the thing I really remembered was like the bumps on the. I was like really thinking about like the bumps on the bottom of the pizza from the pan they cook it in. And I was like, I really want to fucking feel those bumps in my mouth. I'm really nostalgic. And so I ordered this, and do you know that like in Philly when you order Pasquale's, the pizza's $5. In California, it's $16.
Really?
I don't know why it's more expensive at this location. So
Speaking of which, I didn't realize this, but recently, I found out that Little Caesars like lets you create the pie now, like anywhere else.
Yeah.
And then it's only like $8, and it tastes as good as Domino's or whatever.
Dude, it's literally Pizza Hut quality pizza for less than $10. Oh, I'll tell you something right now. The Little Caesars thin crust pizza, you get the thin crust pizza, you get the wings, maybe some crazy bread. You're having a good time. Yes, it is bread that will give you diarrhea, which shouldn't be possible. But it's
Buddy, it's possible.
It's totally worth it. It's you know what? I compare it to I'll compare it to Molly, all right? The come down sucks, but for 3 hours you're having the time of your life. But so that goes back to this story where I had a horrible day at work. I was like, I just want to make myself feel good, so I ordered an entire large pizza from Chuck E. Cheese's, aka Pasquale's, on Postmates, and if you want to know how to make Chuck E. Cheese pizza, like for yourself, the secret ingredient I think is an entire shaker of salt, because like that, dude, this pizza was and I ate like half of it because I was so determined. I was like, I've
had that food where so I'll do that. You're eating it, and your like calves are cramping.
It's horrible. Yeah, I've got like hypertension now from all the fucking sodium in it, and so like. I'm eating this pizza because I'm like, maybe if I eat the whole pizza, I'll feel like I'm playing the Jurassic Park arcade game like I was when I was 8 years old.
Damn.
But
this sounds like you were sad.
I had a horrible day at work. I was like coping from like just how awful the day. I was having a day at work where like I was surrounded by 4 of my most annoying coworkers, and I was just like visibly on my face letting them know how much I hated them. So I had to go home and have that. So I ate half the pizza, and then I decided that I was like, what am I even doing to myself? I like took the other half out, I threw it away in the trash, and I was like, well, I was supposed to have a good night. I can't not have a good night. And now at this point, so my pizza is just like my stomach is impacted with shit pizza.
That's when you go to 7-Eleven, you get some ice cream. No,
that's when I fish into my bag from Joshua Tree. And I was like, oh, I still have a pill and a half of Molly left. Maybe I can still. By the way, I have to work the next day.
Oh my god, dude.
I was like, but it was very weak Molly, because we had to take a lot to feel it, so it was like it was cut very shitty. It was very mild, so I was like I'll just roll a little bit, I'll try to turn this night around, and I literally stopped eating like 15 minutes ago. So I have a stomach full of pizza, and then I put the drug MDMA cut with I don't know what the fuck else into my body. Like, I'll roll, have a good time. No, I just started throwing up in the tub. So I just
you tub girled.
Dude, I was so optimistic. I was like, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna feel like a kid again. And sure enough, dude, I set myself back to like being sick in 3rd grade, just like lay up, like so bad.
You did. That is a Chuck E. Cheese experience. You eat pizza, you get too excited, you throw up, you start crying.
Yeah, dude, the Molly didn't even hit. Like, I felt it a little bit, and then I was like, it just hit my bloodstream enough that it's the thing where it's like, hey, you can't have all this fucking pizza in your body right now, dude.
It was doing Molly alone in your apartment seems bad.
Well, the plan was I was gonna take it, and then I was gonna like stroll around Echo Park, just like get a nice roll going, and just like be out, like take the lights in and stuff. But no, absolutely not. It would have been so much worse if I had like gotten actually like halfway out of the house You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like if I just got,
you were then throwing up in public again.
dude, if I was pizza sick, with dilated pupils. I'm sure I would have gone to jail. I'm sure that I would have made such a scene throwing up that like yeah, it was such a comic.
Do you just wake up on a Greyhound? Like they treated you like any other city treats homeless people, or they're just like, just put them on a bus, get them out of here. But you're on a bus to like Alaska.
Yeah, it would be awesome. It would be awesome if if I OD'd so hard on pizza and Molly that I just like was homeless again. I just like woke up in a tent city. And they're like, "Welcome, brother." Yeah, it was such a comically bad night.
Yeah, you wake up from just inhaling carbon monoxide in your like idling car overnight. It's like,
oh yeah, dude.
No time has passed.
Yeah,
it's like, Nick, you thought you had a podcast? What?
Wow,
Sir, you need to move this car.
Yeah, I went into work the next day and I told because my manager I like, and I was like, he was like, "How are you?" And I was actually fine because like I didn't have a hangover because it didn't hit me. And I was like, "Yeah, man, I ate a whole pizza and did Molly last night." And he was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, not those things canceled each other out." And it was technically self-care, you know.
No one can argue that it wasn't.
It was self-care. But yeah, I think it was like I was like so desperate to like try to like win. It's been a minute since I had like that bad of a day at work. I was like, do pizza and drugs.
Well, you're back at work. It's been a while.
And I'm not doing well about it. You know what I mean? This is my cope.
Yeah. I remember, this is the longest that I've ever not worked in my adult life. And it rules. And
it rules.
I hope it never ends.
It will never end.
It's going to have to end at some point.
I don't think it's going to end.
Unless you want to tell your friends about this podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, please.
Yeah.
So that we can be irresponsible for the rest of our lives.
Yeah.
I
remember. Do you remember like the first shift you ever worked at your first job?
Yes, vividly.
Yeah, I remember standing there at the register bagging groceries for like 4 hours or whatever, and I remember just like going to the bathroom, looking in the mirror, and being like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. For 8 hours?
Yeah.
Oh my god! But then slowly you're just like, yeah, I guess that's normal. I know that I'm gonna like go back in and I'm just gonna be like, oh god, all my like, it's gonna be like when you don't play guitar for a while and your calluses like are gone. You're like, oh no.
Dude, I
remember like almost crying at the end of the first.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I mean, I was alone, but I was just like, oh my god, I have to do this for the rest of my life?
It never ends, Brendan. And if you don't get a better job, yes, you really do.
The thing is, I've gotten better jobs. They don't feel better. You just have more money to spend on things to make you forget how bad it is. It actually gets worse. If you gave me the same money that I was making working at the bank to bag groceries, 100% bag groceries.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. No,
I've said this before, but like the happiest I ever was at any job was as a dishwasher.
Yeah, because you're just able to like, you don't have to interact with people. You just turn your brain off.
Yeah.
Listen to music.
Yeah, I just washed dishes. It was like meditative, felt good. It's like soothing to see the food like get power washed off the plate.
Yeah.
Time goes by, you get into like a flow state.
Yeah, dude, you wipe the food off the plate. You're like, I'm doing something with my life.
Yeah.
There's no food there anymore.
Not having like, because what sucks about jobs is stress, and like. This was a dead restaurant, so it's not like when I worked at the bank.
Best.
It was designed. They give you like 1.5 times as much work as you could ever possibly do, so that you're like working 100% of the time frantically, stressed. You still don't get it done, and like then your manager has something to put on paper that they talk to you about.
Right.
Yeah. So you're in hell, but like. Nobody's like making up fake dishes for me to do.
You can't. It's bad to do.
Yeah.
It's bad for the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. I remember when I would work like towards the end of my gig at the steakhouse, it got to the point where like I would always show up first, and so if you show up first, you have preference over who gets cut. So I would just be like waiting in front of the restaurant like before the sun is up, you know, and we would be dead during the middle of the week. So I'd wipe the tables down. Martha, the manager, loved me because I was like super clean. I would do it all. And then like 12 o'clock would roll around and like our first customer would come in and I'd be like, hey, Martha, I'm going to go. Okay, you don't need me. There's only one people. And she'd be like, yeah, get out of here. Like the minute somebody would walk through
Were you working for tips?
No, because so here's the wild thing.
Yeah.
If you don't make enough in tips, like if you don't make enough to like make what is minimum wage, they have to pay you minimum wage for the hours that you worked. And that's at least how the law works in Maryland. So, like, I would just wipe the tables down, and then the minute I saw anybody walk through that fucking door, like, I'm going to see you guys later, but we had a long day, you know, you guys got this. You'll be fine. Like,
so we're just getting paid minimum wage to, like, wipe down a couple tables. That's a pretty good scam.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Brendan, I always find a way. I always find a way, dude. Also, at the end of the week, my paycheck was like $50.
I was gonna say, there's no way that's working out. Was that back when you lived with your parents? Like, who cares?
Yeah. And I would dip out after 2. Then I would just like drive to like a park like an hour away and like walk around and listen to podcasts, and then like come home when it was dark.
Just be like, I'm gonna be a comedian someday.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
I remember those days, just like driving in the car with my friends, and they're like, what are we listening to? I'm like, oh, you've never listened to Todd Barry? They're like, put on music. What are you doing?
Yeah, this sucks. And then I would go home when it was dark out, and my parents would be like, how was work? I was like, it was I had like a 12 top. It was fucking nuts. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. See you guys.
Yeah. It hurts knowing how much my son is going to lie to me someday.
Get used to it.
Yeah.
That's what you do. That's what you do when you're fucking when you have our brain, which they will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know what's fucked up? I did really bad on a test recently in my math class. My first instinct was I was like, what am I going to tell my dad? And then I was like, oh yeah, nothing.
He doesn't care. He doesn't. They're not talking to him.
Yeah. I was like, oh yeah. No one can do anything to me. Dude,
I tell you what, dude, my relationship with my parents, once grades are not involved, oh my God, your relationship with your parents gets so much better.
Oh, so much better.
The only person who can tell them how you're doing is you.
Yeah.
And you can say whatever you want. Yeah. I was like, I finally have the power that my teachers had. I just get to conduct, every time I go home for Christmas, I just get to have my own parent-teacher conference with my parents, where I'm just like, yeah, basically I'm the man. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm pretty much crushing it out there, Dad, what can I say?
You're like in like the Old West, some like liar who comes into town and he's like, yeah, I own the train tracks, actually. You had a tweet that really made me laugh about like just telling your parents every week that whatever happened on Crashing is happening to you. Crashing really fucked up my credibility with my because my dad was watching Crashing for some reason.
So were mine.
Yeah. So then like 2 episodes in, they're like, well, why don't you go on the road? And you're like, fuck.
They know about the road? God damn it.
How would they find out about the road?
It's so funny. Yeah, you were hiding the road from your parents.
It is funny to look back on like just like how absolutely zero progress we made in like stand up. Like
yeah. I mean, what I'm kind of optimistic about is hopefully that's gonna change.
Yeah.
Now that we have like an audience with this, it's like that's the workaround all this shit, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you have to prove that you have a draw. Well, the industry isn't interested in you, like you're not what they're looking for. But if you have people who like want to show up to your shit and like your shit, a club can't say no to that.
Yeah.
They'll have the fucking, they'll have a live show. They'll do something because like that's money that's waiting to be taken from people. That's how they look at it. No, I'm not. I'm shitty, but that's literally that's what it comes. That's all they give a shit about.
Yeah. It's like every comedy club, like Helium in Philly, like you'd go and they'd be like, oh, the open mic's canceled. You'd be like, why? And they're like, because there's a YouTuber here.
Yeah. And they know, and here's the thing, they know that it sucks. Nobody's like, no comedy club booker who like runs a legit club is happy that they've got a fucking TikTok star there, but they're like, I can't say no to those drink sales and that money.
Yeah.
Business. Legitimate business.
A lot of them would be like all ages shows too. So I'm like, damn, they must have like really juiced the ticket price.
Yeah.
If they're not selling drinks.
I remember I was seeing, it was funny because I was seeing like a hardcore show at the Auto Bar that got cut short because like a YouTuber was having a show. I don't even know if he was like singing or something, but like, you know, just like a grimy punk show. And then like they ended it early and we walked outside and it's just like this convergence of like 40-year-old punks and like 14-year-old girls. There's like a huge tour bus.
Dark convergence.
Dark. You got to be careful. you have to keep your eyes on both parties. Yeah. Don't let them get tangled.
Definitely
up,
need, at the very least, a rope between them.
Yeah. Oh, I'd advocate for a rope in that situation. Yeah, man. It's I forget what I was saying, but yeah. I feel good. I feel good about stand up.
Yeah,
I feel good about I mean, I don't want to talk about it too much on mic, but I'm excited about like where I think things are going in the next year. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
This Auto Bar show coming up.
Auto Bar show.
Coward Hour Live, July 10th, right?
July 10th. I'm waiting for. I had to go through so many fucking like edits with the venue. They're kind of, but I have a finished poster for it. I think I'm just gonna fucking throw it up. I think I'm gonna like throw it up on the story periodically.
Nice.
And then I'll post it. But yeah, all the info's there. I don't know if you can buy tickets yet, but just go to theautobar.com. It's gonna be very fun. I've already had a couple people like tell me that they're like fucking like driving to see it, which is cool.
Hell yeah.
So I'll be excited. Oh, and also, I don't know if he's a patron. I think he is. Did I already say this? Ryan, one of our listeners, Ryan Robinson, sent me his book called One Chance for a First Impression.
I think you did, but tell the end.
It's really good. It's really good. I need to finish it. I cracked it open a little bit in hospital jail, but just shout out to you for sending me that. It's fucking tight. Thank you. I like that shit.
Hell yeah.
I can't think of what the fuck. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to just dive into plugs. I'm trying to think of what the fuck I was gonna say. I had something to say. Doesn't matter.
It is just funny, like looking at like comedy. Like if you put it in sports terms, it'd be like we're 30 years old. Like I think I'm gonna make the high school. I think I'm gonna make junior varsity this year.
Yeah. It's like okay, yeah, sure. I've got what do I have that those kids don't have? World experience. And that's people are looking for a world-weary quarterback. That's what they want. That's
a wizened.
That's right. It's an asset. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. I feel good. I feel good about it.
I feel good. Yeah.
Life feels good. I think, you know what's funny? Life is always so much better when I have money in my bank account. I'm like, oh, this was the problem. I was like, oh, I wasn't sad. I don't have, clinical depression. I was poor. I was just poor. Here we go. This is the best You know what the best medicine is, Brendan? It's not medicine or laughter. It's having money.
Oh, money's good.
It's having money with which to do what you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I think.
I'm pretty amped. I don't have it yet, but we're behind the paywall. I can say that I won a lawsuit against my old employer.
Damn.
Yeah.
Can you say how much?
5,000.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! Mm-hmm. God damn.
Yeah.
5Ks? What are you going to do with that, dude? That's fun.
I guess put it in the bank and be afraid that it's going to go away.
No, you can't be putting it in the bank. Let's get you something funded. Let's get you a rascal. Let's start building.
That would be funny to spend it all on a rascal.
Dude, you got to get a rascal. You have to.
Yeah.
You got to, dude, you have to pull up to your girlfriend's head. You got to like honk the rascal horn in front of her fucking house.
Yeah. But yeah, it was sick. Turns out that like pretty much every employer is like, if you just work a job, they're doing something illegal. Start making some phone calls.
Yeah, I think that I'm gonna have Cooney's number in my back pocket for when I finally. I'm sure that there's much to be reaped. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. That's tight.
Yeah.
That's so sick. 5Ks.
And I mean, I'm sure the law firm got way more, but
that's how it works.
It honestly, like,
they did the work.
It's like I didn't even care about me getting money. What I really cared about was imagining the vice president who like the lady who like fired me, who like, you know, she was very rude and mean. Just imagining her like signing that check for like the $300K that they had to pay that like gets split up wherever the fuck, I don't know. But just imagining her doing that and how pissed she was, I was just like, well, that's worth more than money to me.
It's priceless.
Yeah. Of like knowing that I won.
Dude, I wish you could like. I wish that like when you won a lawsuit like that you could like watch her like through a two-way mirror or something.
I wish that it would have gone to trial.
Right? Yeah. How great would that be? They make her do it on the stand.
Yeah. I should go back and just start an account there. Just start banking there, just so that she has to see me.
You deposit $5,000.
Yeah, yeah. I should start an account with the money that.
Will the check be addressed from the law firm?
I don't know.
If it is, you have to do that, Brendan. You've got to show up with the check of the money that you got from the law firm and be like, I'd like to put this in savings. Oh my, dude, you might as well put your balls on the counter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially because it was like a class action. I'm pretty sure everybody else who worked with me like gets money too.
Look how generous.
So I'm gonna
you
go in. Everyone's gonna. I'm gonna be up on a chair.
Dude, they're gonna be popping. Yeah, it'll be your bat mitzvah for bar mitzvah for some reason.
Yeah.
People are gonna be.
They hoist me up on like a
bottles.
wheelie, spinny office chair, and I just immediately fall off.
Yeah, dude. You go,
And then I sue them again because I crack my head on the.
you got a slip and fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. You walk in there and all the tellers just exalt you like you're fucking Mad Max showing up to save them. That is the best ever. You have to do that. Let me film it.
Yeah.
That'll be, dude. We'll get on TikTok. That'll be like an inspirational TikTok. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
guy deposits check that he won from the bank that he worked at.
yeah. Yeah.
I just want to be doing like Def Jam like comedy dances.
No, we dude. Kick it! Yeah, dude, you're like Bernie Mac. You've got yourself airbrushed on your pants.
Maybe that's what I'll spend the $5,000 on, just like a Bernie Mac like wardrobe.
Yeah, that's right, dude. That's right. Yeah, dude, we've got to call the TikTok like constantly owned man finally gets a W.
I am an extremely owned man.
You're one of the most owned people of all time.
Folks, I've taken some L's.
You have taken some, but you know what, dude? You're molded in the L's. You're like the Bane of L's, dude, and you're ready to cash them in for something grandiose. I mean, that's a beautiful. We can all learn.
By the way,
from that.
thank you for asking me the amount, because it was going to be another one of those things where people would watch and assume like, man, Brendan's a millionaire. And he's asking us, it's like, it's like, no, it was $5,000.
God,
Man, he
that's
wants
so
us to subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah, he's living. He's high on the hog.
Yeah.
That's so funny that people keep thinking that you're like old money.
But it just shows like how poor I am. That to me, like because that was the same amount as like the inheritance that I was talking about that I moved to LA with. Where to me, I was like, you don't tell people that you have $5,000. It's rude. They'll be jealous.
Dude, same. I mean, honestly, you know, like I felt guilty about like, so when I moved out here, and you know what? I've never told this. I don't think I've told this story. I'm like, so when I moved out here, I bought a used Honda CRV that was like given to the car dealer, or it was a mechanic shop. It wasn't a dealership. And so when I drove it home, there was an envelope under the seat addressed to Philip. I should not be telling this story.
This is such a nickel shot. Turn of events.
So there was an envelope under the seat addressed to somebody named Philip. This was an old woman who sold him this car. She was fucking old. She was senile. This CRV was from 1998. It had 60,000 miles on it. She never drove this thing. I don't even know what year this envelope was from. But there was $950 in this envelope that I partially used to get my bank account out of the red, which I did not tell my parents. I was like moving to California with less than $0. So I had this $950.
What confidence?
Look,
Yeah.
it all worked out.
I was imagining like, yeah, I found this envelope with a photo of a guy and a gun and some cash.
No. She said, "You know what to do." No, so it was addressed to Philip.
Yeah, it's like a photo of me. Somehow you're like, what?
That's the ultimate twist for the end of this podcast.
Yeah, is you Joker me? Now that we have video, it's really a race to see who Jokers who.
Oh, it'd be awesome. Well, dude, it's like they remember that meme of fucking somebody made that meme of
That was Dylan.
That was Dylan?
Yeah.
We have to reenact that in real life. Mm-hmm. So
we should do an episode both of us dressed like Joaquin Joker.
Yeah, Halloween. Mm-hmm. That's what Halloween's gonna be.
Yeah.
So I have this $900 or $950, and I'm conflicted. I'm not the worst. So what I did was I called the mechanic shop that I bought it from, and I was like, "Hey, does anybody named Philip work there?" And the guy who picked up the phone, he was like, "No, nobody named Philip works here." And I hung up the phone, and I was like, "God wants me to have this money." And everything's been it's been all roses from there, dude. What can I say?
That would be funny if now like someone comes and kills you. It's like Fargo, where he goes back to like the store and like it broke down the wall.
Yeah, I put the money back where I fucking like. I go to the impound lot where my car is a cube, and I slip $900 like between the. Yeah, but I don't think I've ever told that to anyone.
I've never heard it.
It was a very
Yeah. Honestly, I mean that's the amount of money that like if you're like an old person, that's not going to kill you.
I don't think anybody's life was ruined.
Yeah.
Also, what the hell was this shady deal? You know what I mean? Why was it being left under the car? This is a car. She sold this. Why was if she had a money that was so important for somebody, why was it hidden under the driver's seat of this car that she then sold? She had sold it a while ago. So the way that I looked, and also, how did the guys who fucking detailed the car not find it? Like everything about it, like when I was holding the money, I was like,
you're like, on my own, what would you do?
And we know what I would do. What if this was the longest?
It'd be funny. What would you do? Episode where it's like, Nick Oldershaw finds an envelope. It's just and they film you, and you find the money, and they're like, "Is he gonna return it?" And you just shoot yourself in the head. You're like, "Oh, he found $950, and he immediately killed himself."
I mean, dude, when I was holding it, when I was putting the bills into the ATM to go into my checking account, I was like, "This is my dark gambit. Like something. I'm making a pact with something that." But I was ready to accept it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so by the time I got my,
that's the amount of money you would sell your soul for.
Yeah, by the time I got my account out of the red, I moved to California with $700. So
big W.
That was a huge win, dude. Mm-hmm. I was about to go there with less than no money.
You're about to move here to be a crackhead.
Yeah, that's right.
Your plan was like, "No, Dad, I have a job lined up," and then just it's you dressed as Elmo outside of like Hollywood Boulevard.
I would love to be Elmo out there. Yeah. I would love to be one of the 5 Elmos on Hollywood Boulevard. Nah, but I guess what I mean to say is, I have no doubt that even in my darkest moments, something good will happen to me. I've learned only the wrong lessons.
Unfortunately, there's been no evidence to disprove you so far.
Brendan, I mean, it's like the truth is, like, I've had an objectively, like, pretty bad, like, if you're looking at my life versus the benchmark of, like, what is a good life, I've had, like, objectively a pretty bad life since moving. I'm a very happy person. I have total faith that I will be happy for the rest of my life.
Can't argue with that.
You can't argue with it.
There's absolutely no way to do that.
Power of positive thinking. Money. Magic money.
Yeah.
You'll be.
We got to do like a financial seminar where you're like, you can be rich like me by finding money.
Dude, I'm ready to go full Joel Osteen. It's just like
one day you're going to find a burlap sack filled with non-sequential bills. One day you'll find it, and your job is to take it.
yeah, dude, I just want to be like on a mega church stage, like, and you know who put that money there in that car? Jesus Christ. He wanted me to have that money. I'm joking. I also I'm
cut to that old lady in the bank's taking her house.
It was her last mortgage payment.
Yeah, Philip was the name of the bank manager.
They worked out a special deal. They worked out a special deal. And, all right, well, sorry, lady. I needed that money so I could move to Los Angeles and start a podcast 3 years later. I look, I wish I had anything to say for myself.
There's nothing to be said.
There's nothing to be said. All right, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's the episode.
All right, that is our show.
Knock, knock, open up, it's me, the crazy, shady, faded fucker, so rock the G. See you later, make a baby, lead her on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up, portfolio showing growth, fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, looping up for the self-suck. Oh fuck, I busted already, I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady, now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo, heavy petting on a Friday night. Not talking bashing the bishop, more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it just right. Got my candles in the fishnets cause it's on tonight. Oh, that's right, it's time to fillet. No need to debate me, I suck until I go ooh-wee and spray my white pee-pee. I got that ski.